It's pretty amazing when you think about it. How does a story from ancient India end up being celebrated in places as far apart as, say, Thailand and Trinidad? Well, today we're going to trace the incredible journey of an epic and the festival that celebrates its hero, a man who is seen as the perfect king. So let's dive right in. So what's it all about? At its heart, Rama Navami is basically a huge birthday party. It's celebrating the birth of Rama, who is the seventh avatar of the Hindu god Vishnu. And the story goes that he was born in the ancient city of Ayodhya. And that really brings us to the big question, doesn't it? How did this one story about this one ideal man and his perfect kingdom travel across continents, across centuries, and become this, global touchstone? To figure that out, we've got to start with the festival itself. Okay, so first things first, let's break down the celebration. What exactly is Rama Navami, and how do people actually observe it? All right, so the festival happens on the ninth day. That's what Navami means, of the Chaitra month, which for us is usually around March or April. It's actually the grand finale of a 9-day spring festival, a time for spiritual reflection and hitting that refresh button. People celebrate this in so many different ways. You've got vrata, which is fasting, there's intense prayer, and a lot of devotional singing, these beautiful songs called bhajans. A huge part of it is reading or listening to stories from the Ramayana. That's the epic that tells Rama's whole life story. And oh yeah, in cities all over the world, you'll see these incredible, colorful chariot processions with figures of Rama, his wife Sita, his brother Lakshmana, and his super loyal companion Hanuman. Now, that fasting part, it's about way more than just not eating. It's a kind of spiritual discipline they call tapasya. The whole idea is to purify your mind and really deepen your connection to the divine. It's about focusing everything you've got on a higher purpose. Pretty intense. But all these celebrations, they all revolve around one really extraordinary figure. So to get why this festival is so powerful, we need to get the man himself, Rama. So Rama often gets this title, Maryada Purushottam. It's a big phrase, but it really gets to his whole deal. It means the perfect man, someone who lives and breathes Dharma, or righteousness, in every single thing he does. He's like the ultimate ideal of integrity, duty, and just rock-solid moral courage. And look, this isn't just some abstract idea. It's all about what he did. As a son, he gave up a whole kingdom and went into exile for 14 years just to make sure his dad's promise was kept. As a husband, he literally went to war with a powerful demon king, Ravana, to rescue his wife Sita. And as a king, well, his rule became the gold standard for justice and compassion. And these actions, they're the very heart of one of the world's greatest epic poems, the Ramayana. The Ramayana is just this massive journey. It's got love, loss, epic battles, the whole shebang. It kicks off with Rama's birth, then a promise sends him into exile. His wife Sita gets kidnapped by the demon king Ravana, which sparks this huge war where Rama gets help from an army of Vanaras. These are sort of monkey-like humanoids. And it all wraps up with his triumphant return and coronation as king. I mean, come on, it's a timeless story with all the right stuff. You can just see why it was destined to go global. And boy, did it travel. From its home in India, the Ramayana's influence just spread like wildfire across Asia and, eventually, the whole world. And you can see this connection between countries literally built in stone. You've got the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya, India, that's Rama's birthplace, and then there's the Janaki Mandir in Nepal, which is where his wife Sita was born. These incredible buildings are like living proof of a shared cultural heritage, all tied back to this one epic story. And the story's reach goes way, way beyond just South Asia. I mean, check this out. In Indonesia, the ancient Prambanan temple has its walls just covered in these incredibly detailed carvings that tell the entire Ramayana. That just goes to show you how deeply the story was woven into the cultural and religious fabric of Southeast Asia. So why was it such a hit everywhere it went? Well, because as the story traveled, it changed a little. It adapted, but its core themes, duty, love, the classic good versus evil fight, those resonated with everyone. In Thailand, it became their national epic, the Ramakien. In Cambodia, it's the Riamkur. Myanmar has the Yamazada. Its influence might have even reached China, possibly inspiring the character of Sun Wukong, the famous Monkey King. And of course, Sri Lanka is seen as the epic's Lanka, the kingdom of the baddie, Ravana. But beyond just the story, there's this one political and ethical idea that has stuck around for centuries. It's the concept of Ram Raj, or the rule of Rama.
Now, Ram Raj isn't just about peace and quiet. It's an ideal for how to govern, where the leader's number one job is the well-being of the people. There's this one story where a citizen comes right up to King Rama and complains that his son died too young, and he blames it on a flaw in the kingdom itself. Think about that. That's how deep the king's responsibility went. He was on the hook for everything.
So when you see this image of Rama's coronation, that's what it symbolizes. It's the ultimate picture of Ram Raj. It's this timeless ideal of what leadership should be, an unshakable commitment to justice, to doing the right thing, and to the welfare of every single person.
So as people celebrate this festival all over the globe, it kind of leaves us with one last thing to think about. In our own crazy, complex world, what can this ancient ideal of a perfect rule, a rule built on compassion and total duty, still teach us about what it really means to lead,